I don't know why I'm getting yelled at. I was here first. Because we were at the hotel room for a long time. Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down my spine. Oh my good lord.
Uh-huh.
I was wondering what was going on.
Someone told me up a double shot of whiskey. Me and Jack Daniels got a history.
So,
Why are you rolling shit, Storag?
Okay.
25 is not crap.
Your art. Ah, you did. I remember that face. I remember that face. We'll see if you need it. But all things considered, let's take a look at what happened last week. Last week, you all were recovering from the intense confrontation with a troll, as well as the bar fight. It was after this that the orc Yagra walked up to Kia and gave her her own personal favor for helping out against the crowd of thugs who were trying to truly shank her. You were also had just been given the quest, by Mr. Volothamp to go rescue his friend Floon. So therefore, after drinking straight vodka, all of you decided to head out. But instead of heading towards the dock ward where the place of drink you were recommended to check out, the Skewered Dragon, you instead decided to go visit a friend, Wilden Highbranch, to sell a marred statue. Through some finagling and bartering, you were able to get him to purchase it for 100 gold pieces, while your present paladin also purchased his first holy symbol. After this conversation and these purchases, you headed towards the dock ward. On the way to the dock ward, you ran across two events, one of them being Old Zoblob's shop, where a shop filled with truly violet, lavender-colored and scented things, where you had an interaction with the halfling Zoblob. Or did I say halfling or gnome? I'm pretty sure it was a gnome, but whatever the case.
It's
Interaction.
gnome.
Yes, deep gnome Zoblob. That's right, he was completely bald. Continuing on, you ran into what looked to be the aftermath of a gang skirmish. And the city watch, who were overlooking the area, in no-nonsense terms, told you to go shove it and leave them to their business. And so you found the Skewered Dragon, and through a fantastic bardic display of musical talent, you were able to get more information about what happened to Floon. You'd learned that he and another fellow, none other than Rainier, son of the former, what's the title? I forget the title of it, but former leader of Waterdeep, who they looked strikingly similar, but they had both headed out of the Skewered Dragon a couple of days ago, followed by some thugs. Using that information, as well as a tip that those thugs were seen hanging out around a specific building in the dock ward, you tracked down, found that building, that street, and upon further investigation of this apparent unoccupied building, warehouse specifically, you found a bunch of dead bodies of those thugs that were described, as well as what looked to be other Xanathar thugs. But your investigation was cut short as four Kenku came out of hiding, attempting to get the jump on you with quick work with their knives. However, you made quick work of them, allowing none of them to escape, thanks to the quick movement of your Goliath paladin as well as others. But after knocking out all of the Kenku, you heard somebody call out, "Are they gone?" And that's where we left off. Storak, I will get to you soon, but
you forgot the important detail.
The important detail. What was the important detail, sir?
I gave half of my waging money to the orc lady in an attempt to serenade her, as I gave her beer, and she raised her tank card. My God, I'm having a stroke.
So she's a prostitute because she immediately raised her tank top. Got it.
No, I wish.
Shouldn't do
Was
that.
it fraudulent slip?
I had absolutely forgotten that part, so thank you for reminding me. I'll write that in real fast.
If it makes you feel better.
You're fine.
We're not there. Can you put us back to the battle map?
The battle map. I can put you to the battle map, yes. Let's go over here. I will, just so you can take a look around Storak, I will do this. Actually, Flippy, are you okay if Storak also sees Sugar Pop, your owl familiar?
Sure. I can pull up my familiar, and he can look to it.
There you go. Now, I'm going to make sure that familiar has sight first.
It should have 120.
Yes. Settings. Dynamic lighting token. And does it have night vision?
Should have 120.
Excellent. There we go.
God damn it, I can see everything through it.
Yes, you can. All right, so there's the...
Gotta make it really hard to see what I myself can see versus what can my old see.
Yes, that is true. So, we will start by setting the scene. All of you are standing in the remnants of this quick skirmish. At the moment, Grim, you are standing with the two unconscious Kenku nearly hanging off of you. The one having got a lucky stab past your armor. Esben, you had followed up right behind Grim and were able to aid in subduing the rest. Kia, you were on the stairs. I believe, were you the one who knocked the one off of the stairs? I think yes. So. You had seen Volker head up the stairs to the second floor of this warehouse. And you're all breathing heavily. High emotions, intensity. But here's where you stand. So I'll go down the list real quick. Esben, what are you thinking at the moment?
Wait, is that me? No, Esben.
Esben, yeah. Right now, he's just looking at the... are these Kenku wearing any cloth?
Yes, they are wearing clothing.
Alright, he'll just probably take a dagger and just cut out a scrap of cloth just so he can kind of cover his stab wound with it for now.
That's gonna get you infected, holy shit.
Yeah, they're not clean. That is for sure.
He'll clean it later.
Yes. Okay. Grim, what are you thinking at the moment?
I'm going to grab the two unconscious Kenku and drag them back into the building. Just because I don't particularly want to be, out in the open with not exactly murder victims, but unconscious things, yeah.
Of course. Do you close the door behind you?
Yes.
Wait, though.
Okay. So you're thinking of business. You are immediately thinking up to the next step is, I hope this wasn't heard too far. Hopefully they didn't have friends, anything of that sort. Kia, what are you thinking in this moment?
She is currently trying to see if there's any indicator of, or trying to think about, do I know what gang this is, or do I recognize anything on their clothes, see if she can put any pieces together of who these were.
Of course. And finally, Volker, what are you thinking?
Oh, great! A voice! Somebody's here! Can't wait to get out of here!
Yes. And thus, we enter into this opening as from underneath the stairs, a closet off to the side behind some crates opens, and you see a man step out. This man, nearly identical to the description that you were given. He's handsome, a male, seems to be in his early 30s, and he's got wavy red blonde hair. And it would look like he has princely garb on, but he is covered in mire and oil, and looks like he has been sitting in the middle of maybe even a sewer or something. Whatever the case, he smells of rancid herring and all of the above, but he holds himself straight. He holds his head high as he looks around at those he can see, which would be Grim, Esben, and Kia up on the stairs. I do hope that you are not associated with any of these thugs now, are you? I may have
to go down.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, we'll send you down.
Ah!
Transportation. As he steps out, you can see him now. I didn't reveal myself too soon now, did I?
No! Who may your name be?
Ah, of course. He bows with grace. My name is Rainier Neverember. I appreciate you disposing of those Kinku thugs. They were... Well, I was hiding from them specifically.
What got you into this situation?
What got me into this? I wish I could say. I'm not sure. I'm afraid that possibly they would... Are you aware of the Zentarum?
Do I have to roll for it?
No, you guys do not need to roll for it. The Zentarum are another one of the gangs. Specifically, the Zentarum and the Xanathar Guild are the big combatants that are causing all of this gang violence right now.
The other group of thugs, right?
Of course. As he speaks, he walks to the middle of the room near where the Kenku are dozed, as well as where the bodies are. And he looks down at some of the bodies in there, which he references the 5 humans that you guys had come here looking for. He kicks at one of them and leans down and picks up one of their rapiers, and as he speaks, he kind of waves it around, balancing it. these Zents, I think, they're the ones who kidnapped me. And they think that my father embezzled a large amount of gold while he was open lord of Waterdeep. And they believe that he hid the dragons somewhere in this city. So they think they can find it by using an artifact called the Stone of Galore, which, if you didn't know, was in the hands of the Xanathar Guild until recently. Apparently someone stole it, and Zens thought that I knew something about all of this, but I don't. My father and I haven't spoken in years.
I see. Real quick, just before anything.
Mm-hmm.
Ah. Well, that seems rather bothersome to be dragged into this.
Unfortunately, yes. Wait, did you have a
Are
vendetta?
you okay?
I'm fine. I'm unharmed. I was able to loosen my bonds and get away before they noticed. Yeah, but why are you here? What brings you all? Why are you here?
Well, we were in look of a friend. Pretty spot-on image of yourself, but not you?
Oh, dear goodness. You must mean Floon.
That is the guy, yes. You know him?
We connected. We connected due to our similar looks that night, but he seemed much too intoxicated. This was, I believe, 2 nights ago. I haven't slept. It's been hard to keep track. But I was going to walk him home because he was much too intoxicated to find his own way before we were jumped by those thugs. Just north on Zastro Street by Phillip Lane.
So were you both jumped?
We were both jumped, yes. But I'm afraid that I was taken here, and they took Floon elsewhere, and perhaps they mistook Floon for me.
Would he know about where the dragons are hidden? Because that's why they
Floon
took
doesn't-
you.
I'm afraid Floon most likely knows even less than I do. He's just a man who has the unfortunate resemblance to me.
What a curse.
Of course. At this point, Grim, you're standing watch over the Kenku. You see one of them slowly begin to stir. Giving
Fucking take it.
low squawks and murmurs as it holds its feathery clawed taloned hand to its head as it sits up.
Is it the only one that's stirring?
Yes.
Okay. I say, we have one waking up. Do we want to question it? Or should I put it back to sleep?
I mean, do you have rope?
That's a good question.
I do. In fact, I have 3.
That's so
Sets of
freaking
rope.
useless. Hang on. I need to see what's in the priest's pack. Because, looks like I do not have rope, though.
Oh, I do. And I pass one set to him. I have my owl companion drag the bundle towards him.
And so you hog tie this Kenku, and it lays there, finally alert, and it tests the bonds, but looks, you can see in its eyes an animalistic worry, terror, as it squawks and chirps at you.
Right, well, now let's know we can talk to it, one way or another.
While this is happening, I will be interested, considering that I'm sitting right next to this man, to offer if he wishes to be assisted in cleaning his mess of whatever is on him.
He looks down upon himself. I would gladly have this cleaned off of it myself. As wonderful as it is to have been hidden, this filth is quite... Ugh. He shudders.
And I will be casting prestidigitation to clear whatever he has on himself.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now that you've got the Kenku hogtied, what do you guys do?
I will be walking. I assume he's accompanying me or not. I don't know what he's doing. But I will be walking towards where the bird tie is.
Of course. You see him look up at you, look up at Grim, and just stay still.
No. Do you not have vision through my thingy?
Negative.
You don't have vision?
I
Oh.
am looking at a black screen.
Ah!
Oh no, it's dead.
That better?
Nope.
Well, now my owl. I don't have access to my owl anymore. Excellent.
Oh, let me see. I'll do this. Do this. Let me edit the token. There we go. I see it only saved on the actual screen. There we go. Now, if I pull it out, there you go.
I still
Now
don't have
can you-
access to it.
You don't have access to it?
Ew.
What the heck?
What a shame that I don't have there's no way for me to have like, because I don't want to see ahead of what I can see myself.
Stark, can you see now?
Negative Ghost Rider pattern is full.
What the heck is this? Okay. Well,
What if I do this?
What if I should screen share?
Yeah, screen share.
Yeah, that'll work for now.
yeah, we'll just do that for now. But with that, yeah, no, right now, Rainier is dusting himself off. The Kenku is hogtied on the ground. At this point, Grim, what would you do?
So this guy that we found, was he jumped by the bird guys?
He had said that he was jumped by the 5 humans, but that he was hiding from the bird guys who had come afterwards.
I guess I would ask him. I'd turn to him and be like, do you think that these they're Cancuns? Is that what they're called?
Kenku, the sell
Kenku, do you
souls
think-
mercenary.
Do you think they have anything to do with the kidnapping of your friend?
Quite possibly. He steps up to the Kenku on the ground. He looks at you. You're not used to interrogation, are you?
Not exactly.
Watch and learn. He's going to bend down, put his foot on the Kenku's throat, and you can hear like the slight cracking and shift of dirt as he applies pressure, and he leans down. All right, Del Sword. You have had to have received orders of some sort. Why are you here? What are you looking for? Now I'm going to have... Morgoth, can you roll me a d20? And this is going to be for Rainier. And
Intimidation?
Natural 20.
Natural 20. This is going to be his intimidation.
Natural 20.
Yes. As he applies this pressure and says what he says, he also adds, I have a lot of sway in the City Watch, and let's say they're not too happy about all of your violence in the streets, and they wouldn't be afraid of losing you underneath the docks. You can see the Kenku's eyes widen with fear and understandable worry. But then as Rainier lifts his foot off of its throat, it squawks and chirps, and then you can see its throat begin to pulsate as it begins to imitate. And in a deep voice you hear, Xanathar sends its regards, in an accent very akin to many of the Orcish accents you've heard. And then it twitches its head, and then in a different voice, tie up the pretty boy in the back room. Follow the yellow sign to the sewers. Twitches again, in a different voice. No time to loot the place. Just get him to the boss. It flips its head again, squawks, and then in another voice, we're all done here. Rainier stands up straight. Oh dear.
Right, so I guess these guys are with Xanathar then, I take it? Based off of that?
I can imagine so.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Quick clarification: Xanathar is the gang, right?
Xanathar is the
Like
gang.
the title,
yes.
the gang. Okay, so not a specific person. For some reason, I got lost there. All right.
You're fine. Well, metagame wise, Xanathar is also a person. It's hard to avoid that. But Xanathar is the guild as well. Xanathar's guild. So,
Technically, it sounds like Xanathar owns the guild by the name Xanathar's Guild.
yes.
It's a possessive, so...
Very possessive. Yes. It appears that the gents who waylaid me found the wrong end of those in Xanathar. Regardless, are you still intending on finding Flynn?
I mean, maybe after a rest at least. This is... I am not feeling too well today.
Of course. In all of you hear the stomping of boots outside as they quickly approach the building. And you all have just a moment to react as you hear the lock on the door begin to shake. The door itself begin to shake as if somebody's trying to open it.
I would like to hide.
All right, make a stealth check.
Definitely gonna hide if we can.
I'll try and hide as well, but I think I have disadvantage on stealth check.
You would with this one, yeah.
I forget, is this a table?
This is a table, yes. It's various tables and boxes. Yeah, they're just
Alright,
shaped
well-
right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna look something that is small to medium, so I can hide behind it.
Esmond's gonna probably just try to get underneath the table.
Let's see. That's a 5.
Excellent! I get to reroll that.
That's stealth.
Also gonna try to hide this time, looking out for anything she may trip over.
Oh my
try to
goodness, I
see what
love
happens.
being a halfling.
Oh, yeah.
This is my stealth roll.
Nathan and I rolled a 5, so I'm not going. Well, I got the 5.
Okay, sounds good. Once the shaking of the door stops, Rainier also ducks behind a box. The dock doors open, and illuminated by the light coming from inside, from the torch, you see men in shining armor. Clearly, the City Watch. And you, Grim, the man in the front looks directly at you as you are crouching behind a box.
Nice.
As he steps forward, and a dozen men enter the warehouse and begin looking around as the man steps forward to you, Grim. And once Rainier sees who it is, he also stands up. And for all of you who rolled the lowest 16,
Everyone.
Everybody rolled the lowest 16. In very short order, the dozen men who had spread out around the warehouse spot you. They don't seem aggressive, but they do seem quite they are not looking for any nonsense, as the captain of the City Watch, according to the emblem emblazed upon his armor, steps up to you, Grim, as he says, "You there? I received a report of suspicious activity here." You can see two of the men stationed by the doors, stopping anybody from leaving. "Explain what happened here," as he points to you.
Remind me again what the guy we rescued's name is.
Rainier.
Rainier.
Can you type it down in general?
Yep.
I say we were employed to find a missing companions, or a we were employed to find missing companions of our employer, and this man, who Rainier is standing up, right? He
Yes.
came out of. Okay, and this man that I gestured to him is one of those companions.
Give me a.
That sounds like a deception.
That is a deception check, because you're not giving you're giving partial truth, but you're also lying. Give me a.
I'm also giving
deception.
the partial truth. I mean,
You are giving the partial truth, yes. So
not good. Let's see, deception.
deception.
It's an 8.
Okay. You can see as this man, he doesn't wear a helmet. His eyebrow raises as he looks at Rainier. He bows to him. "Master Rainier, it's strange to see you here." As Rainier steps forward, puts a hand on your shoulder, Paldrin. Grim. He says, "Yes, these bold adventurers stopped these hooligans in here from causing further harm, or they rescued me. I can give you my personal recommendation about them. If you would like, I can also provide some more details. All of these men around here are apparently it was a conflict between the Zentarum and the Xanathar Guild. We had just finished questioning one of these Kenku and found out that they themselves are from the Xanathar Guild. Apparently, it's could be more conflict between trying to get land or something along those lines. And the captain of the guard, listening, nods and takes a moment to look around the scene, looks at each of you, giving you a once-over, looking at weapons and whatnot, as you are all ushered close.
When his eyes avert towards me, you can see like I'm raising my hands and then I raise them higher when he's looking at me.
You see a smile on his lips as his eyes look almost... They look slightly amused at your response. I see.
It's like he's on the verge of crying right now.
Along with Rainer's recommendation, you all, I can tell you, did not cause this havoc here. None of your weapons display the blood that these bodies have clearly let loose. Whatever the case might be, I believe that we'll take over the area. He looks at all of you. I appreciate the help in protecting Lord Never Ember, but you are free to go. Be careful out there. Best not meddle in criminal matters. Leave the dirty business to the city watch. But he steps aside and gestures to the city watch guard who's standing in front of the door as he moves aside.
I would like to... I don't know where his token went, but I would like, as if we are leaving, I would like to be, hanging right next to Rainer.
Yep. Rainier smiles at you. I believe we are free to go. Yes. Thank you, Captain. Yes, Esben.
I was just gonna say, you don't need to tell me twice. I've got enough pain as it is. I'll be going. Just slowly gets out of the area.
Yes. And so, you leave. Do the rest of you have any more questions or things that you want to do before leaving?
Not here.
No, I follow them out.
Okay.
I do as well.
Sounds good. Now, before we continue here, roughly about 2 hours before whatever's happening here,
camera panning time.
Camera pans back to the yawning portal, back to the well, down the well, into the Undermountain. And we find ourselves at the base of the well. Mr. Henzam. Or is it Henzam? How do you say your name?
That's a no.
If Storak is ready to play.
If you're
Mount
talking,
Storak.
we can't hear you.
Or maybe. Storak! Do you fall asleep?
Oh no. He's gone.
No. We've lost him.
What a shame.
What a shame, what a shame. We'll get
This
back
is
to
so
him.
fucking great, man.
Wow, this camera pan is going for a really long time.
You just see the camera is like panning down the well, and at first you think it's a really long well, but then you just notice it keeps on jittering back as if it's a
It
loop.
actually just teleports back up because it's trying to load. It's in that load time sequence.
Yes.
It goes down the well, and there's just like a guy asleep down there.
What? Wait, what went down the well? Did I go down the well?
Oh
Yeah,
my
my
god,
God.
you fucking
There you
moron!
I had to take my headset off for a second because my dad asked the question.
Of course. That's exactly when we start. Okay, so we're panning back to the yawning portal. The camera
don't know
heads
what that
down. The yawning portal is the tavern from whence you set off. The tavern that has the entrance to the Undermountain itself. The Undermountain being the massive former dwarven city, now turned dungeon that many adventurers test their mettle in. But you are at the base of this entrance, at the base of this well, where normally there is a rope that allows adventurers and other people to climb up and down. But Henzam, is that how you say your name?
That is how I say my name, Henzam.
Henzam, you stand after a successful looting job. You'd seen a troop being chased by a troll run down the tunnels away from you. Towards the entrance, of course, but hey, that's their problem. And you had snuck in and snuck out with a neat looking scroll. But now you stand at the entrance of
Do
the
I have a
yawning
neat
portal.
looking scroll?
You have a neat magical scroll, yes.
Okay. And I am adding neat magical scroll to my inventory.
Of course.
Me too.
You stand at the base of the entrance where you had descended the rope, and you look at the rope that has been cut from the top, coiled at the bottom of the well.
How far up is
What?
the well?
The well is about 80 feet high.
Oh, I know what his 2 hours is going to be.
Is there any other way up?
Not that you know of.
Well, beans.
So, real quick, can you describe what you look like as you are troubleshooting how to get out of here?
There's no trouble. There's no troubleshooting going on anymore.
You starve to
think-
death.
You see a very short gnome individual. He has a beard. He has like a brown cloaky jacket with some green undershirt that you see. He has a little pouch on his belt. And he has a dagger on his right hip. And he's 2 feet tall. For
Okay.
all of us American fellas. Flippy, you just got deal.
Yeah, I'm googling right now.
Henzam,
Actually, you
what
in real
do
life.
you do?
Starts jumping.
Great. Fantastic question.
Why are you so tiny though? 2 feet?
A little bit higher than 2 feet, yeah. Hmm. Is there anybody at the top of the well looking down?
Not presently. However, you do know that it is an active tavern up there. And there's always somebody in the yawning portal.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm going to use thaumaturgy and make a thunderclap happen from at the bottom of this well.
I
haven't heard this one before.
A loud thunderclap sound. And shortly, you see the light coming from the top as a silhouette sticks its head down there. And then Troll yells down the well.
What did it say?
Is it another troll?
I shake my head.
Is anything down there? I can't see anything.
I will use message.
It's 30
Um,
feet.
Just like that. That's all of his spell
Is it-
slots.
Wait, what's the... Is it...
No, 120 feet.
Oh,
Message.
120 feet. Okay. My bad.
And in its head it hears, "Nate, I know." And stop.
You're back. Oh, I thought it was a mouse. Hold on a moment. Shortly, I say shortly, more like 10 minutes later, a rope is dropped down the well. And you can see it's two ropes tied together as if they didn't have a long enough rope. And you are hoisted up the well, and you arrive to a scene of former carnage. You can see the body of a troll shoved to the side. You can see char marks on tables and chairs. But most of the company here is back to their usual boisterous self as you are helped out of the well.
And the first thing I
Yes.
do is I immediately cast Prestidigitation on myself to knock all the dirt and make myself very clean again.
All the dirt falls off of you. As you can see Durnan, the barkeeper, shake his fist at you as, "Hey, you're making a mess of my bar!"
Your balls, it's already nasty. You see?
Shut up. As he brings out a broom and immediately goes over and cleans up the dirt that you left. As you are distracted by Durnan talking, you feel a tap on your shoulder. As behind you, bending over to reach your shoulder, is a very flamboyantly dressed man. As he says, "Oh, look at you, sir. You look like an adventuresome sort of chap who could probably love a little bit of coin, now wouldn't you?"
And I'm just gonna look at him with this face of like, "Who are you? And how dare you touch me?"
Forgive me, he hands out his hand to shake. "My name is Varlfamp. I am a well-known writer and connoisseur of many fine things here."
Well, you ain't so well known then, because I don't know who you are.
And perhaps you're not a reader. But regardless, as somebody who has come out of the Undermountain and survived, you seem to have a bit of skill to yourself. I've got a quick question for... He holds up a little bag and jingles it as you can hear this familiar sound of coins. "I've got a little bit of a problem that I could use your help for."
And I'll use thaumaturgy again and make the clinking sound as I hold up nothing, imitating that you can just sort of do that with whatever.
Give me a deception check.
Hold on. Oh, I'm already on it.
I believe in your +1 check.
I have a lot more than a +1 to deception, buddy.
Oh yeah, you're a sorcerer. My bad, I'm stupid.
Yes, we knew that.
You have a +10 to your deception?
No, I have a +6.
+6? Oh, 6, you're right. I looked at the numbers wrong.
Numbers, Mason. What are they?
Oh, perhaps he pulls out some more coins, puts it more into his pouch. Perhaps this would be a little bit more enticing for you, yes?
Oh, go on.
All right, come over to my table. He takes you over to a table beside as he sits down. All right, so I have a bit of a problem.
Before I sit down, I will prestidigitation the seat and make it clean, and then I sit down.
I see. So yeah, I see. A little bit of tidy yourself. Perhaps I should even it out as he takes a coin. As he looks in the pouch, takes a coin that is very clearly chipped and puts a regular coin back in. All right. So, I've got a bit of a problem. About, I'd say, an hour ago, I hired a group of people to go save a friend of mine, and I watched them leave, and they headed in the wrong direction. I'm afraid I got gypped. Coin for you. Would you be willing to find them and see if they're actually following along with what I hired them to do, please?
I mean, first I need to know what they're trying to do, or what she's trying to make them do.
I just need your confirmation as you follow through, and then I'll give you more details.
Details first.
Details first? All right. I'm asking them to go rescue a friend of mine, and I'm afraid of his safety. I wouldn't be asking you to jump into any danger or anything. Just to follow along behind them, or
Insight check.
Insight check. All right. Roll that insight check.
No danger, and there's a troll lying here on the floor. No danger, my butt.
And mosquitoes. Don't forget the mosquitoes.
There's mosquitoes?
There are some dead giant mosquito-looking monsters.
Oh my goodness.
Small little to forget.
With your insight of 10, you try to read his face. He looks to be as fairly genuine with his request.
I fold my arms across my chest, like in a I'm suspicious of you.
You look like you can carry yourself. That I'm not asking you to get into any danger, but you look like if danger were to find you, that you'd be able to get out of it. See, that's what I've read upon yourself. Do you accept?
How much gold is in there?
12 gold.
He starts looking at his hands, and he counts a couple of fingers, and he gets to like 9, and then he looks up and goes, "Who am I trying to find?"
You are trying to find a group. There's a halfling individual with seems to be quite drably dressed. There's a dragonborn. This dragonborn, he's got some fine clothing to him, although it looks like it's got a bit of age. The dragonborn might be dragging a large golden statue. Then you've got a Goliath man who's very hard to miss, wearing looks to be a regular armor that is given to volunteers of the City Watch. And then there's a elven, it looks to be a wood elf woman who very much stands out with her attire.
Right, and now I got a question for you. What exactly made you trust them in the first place?
Well, they
That
also
doesn't
came out
sound
of...
like they can.
Oh, they helped to kill the troll. They came out of the Undermountain. They were quite magnificent to behold. I was caught up in the moment. I'm just worried. For all I know, perhaps they turned around, but they just went in the wrong direction.
In which way's the right direction? In which ways
Right.
did they go?
All right, they went towards the marketplace, but they were supposed to go to the Dark Ward. So perhaps if you start in the Dark Ward over near the Skewered Dragon, you might be able to, if they're there, catch them. Yes.
Right. 4 gold now and 8 when I get back.
4 gold now, 8 when you get back. Yes, that sounds like a deal. He gives you 4 gold and shakes your hand. Thank you very much, sir.
After he shakes his hand, he takes prestidigitation and sort of like you can see him wipe off the hand a little bit.
Oh, thank you very much, and I hope to hear some good news from you soon.
Right. And I will make my way to the opposite direction of where he said. The market.
The opposite? Of course.
I'll start at the market and go back towards the docks.
Okay. You make your way. Do you do anything while you do that?
Aside from looking out for this ragtag bunch of people, no.
Okay.
This guy's
Fair
a
enough.
professional at getting finessed. Holy shit!
Yes. And so you head up to the marketplace. You give me a general perception check.
Oh, I'm not so good at these.
At least I have a +1.
Oh, I'm pretty good at those, actually.
You, as you're making your way towards the market, you decide to head up on the Street of Bells from the Yawning Portal. And as you're walking up the Street of Bells, you can see the market ahead when perhaps it was luck. Perhaps it was something. I know it's not your thing, but there's other people involved.
It was not luck. Luck doesn't
It was
exist.
not luck. Okay.
I'm gonna kill you.
Some reflection catches your eye as you're walking past Lamp Street. And it's distracting enough that you really have to see what this is. And you look over, and you see one of the houses near your street, on Lamp Street, a large manor with an open fence at the front yard, but it's filled with just random assortment of statues and fountains and all a bunch of stuff that you recognize from the Undermountain, even from this distance. But what is causing the light is you see a halfling individual leaning a golden statue nearly his size, trying to move it into position, and it's his movement right here that is causing this reflection off of its golden bronze-ish shine that has caught your eye. And you distinctly remember Valothamp saying the Dragonborn was dragging a golden statue. And I didn't include the description in our chat, but he would have also said the statue is missing an arm, which this one is.
Right. I'll keep going up the road. I'm on the right direction.
And so you do. You reach the marketplace. It is busy as ever and very dirty.
Oh. I will hike my pants up a little bit. So it's just my shoes getting dirty.
You do not see them here.
All right. I will turn around and start making my way towards the dock district.
Okay.
Look,
I do
soldiers.
not
So you
ask
do.
anybody. I very specifically do not talk to anybody.
Okay. And so you do that. You head toward the dock board, and this walk takes you a while. The dusk is starting to settle, and when you reach the dock ward, you pass by a troop of the city watch as they are hog marching a couple of guys up towards the castle ward, where these what look to be ruffians and thugs from some gang are very much hog-tied themselves, and they are covered in gashes and blood as if they had just been in a fight. But you pass by them, and you reach the dock ward. And the only go you had was the skewered dragon, but I'll tell you what, you don't know where that is.
I started looking for the skewered dragon.
I like how I didn't tell him anything about where this was.
I hate Bola so much, dude. It's unreal.
I don't know who this Bolo character is, but trusting a bunch of people that sounded like that's a recipe for disaster.
Give me a perception check.
I'm gonna guidance myself.
That's a good idea.
I forgot I can do that.
Magic initiate feat.
Yes, sir. Okay, what am I doing? Perception.
Perception.
19.
19. You find the skewered dragon. It is
Okay, hold on. The last question. Is it the Seward dragon or the skewered dragon?
Skewered dragon.
Oh, so not the Seward dragon. Okay.
Although,
I was thinking this was a sewer.
As you see it, it might as well have been the Seward dragon. As, from what it sounds like, you really do care about cleanliness. All you can see is the state of this place. The sign itself, it very much is a dragon being stabbed by several different types of sharp implements. But the sign is askew, as one of the chains has been broken off of it. The windows are completely blown out from what looks to be several bar fights. And the individuals, the men walking in and out, mainly in at this point, as it's the end of the workday, are filthy dock workers with grime, their beards just filled with all unmentionables. You can see Dragonborn, which at first sight, you think they're black Dragonborn, but then you see one of their scales get brushed against, and it turns out to be a silver Dragonborn. It is. You see a bunch of people walking into the Skewered Dragon like that.
I take a big, you can visibly see my throat, gulp, as I, gulp. And then, I take a few steps forward, and I use Mage Hand to open the door.
As you go to open the door, you see the door is just swinging with the air. And so you push with your mage hand the door, and it opens, and you step forward and nearly get kicked as a man who doesn't look down walks past you, and you just stand in between his legs as he walks out of the Skewered Dragon.
I'm walking here!
Hey, what? Looks down. Oh, kid, what are you doing here?
And I just start glaring at him, and my eyes, I use thaumaturgy, and my eyes turn a bright, fiery red. I'm not a kid.
Yeah, you look like you don't belong here, boy.
You're right, I don't. I don't want to be here, it's nasty. But I'm here to find... not you. Because you're too nasty.
What are you looking for?
And I'll prestidigitation the grime off of him.
Hey, don't have to pay for another month. Thanks.
I don't really remember who I'm looking for. A Dragonborn, a Goliath, an elf, and I think I'm forgetting one. You seen him?
A man near the entrance looks at you who's listening in. Oh, you missed him about 30 minutes ago.
Where'd they go?
They were following some folks.
Right, but where'd they go? Which direction? Like, a point.
He points in a certain direction. Over on Candle Street.
Right, and I'll prestidigitate this guy's grime off of him too.
Thanks, mate.
And I'll just start walking that direction. And as soon as I leave the town and the bar, I just start brushing myself off.
And so you do. And as you head in the direction you were sent, you see ahead a group of City Watch, also heading in that direction. A group of about 13 men. And so as you head... Yes, what do you do?
I would like to try and make it seem like I'm just walking in this direction and not for the same reason. You know, like when you're walking by a cop and you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna look at my phone now.
Yeah,
I do not endure police brutality, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you understand what I'm talking about. And that's what I'm gonna do.
All right, you do so, but the City Watch are ahead of you, and they're not looking behind. It looks like they are in a hurry. And as you see where they head down Candle Street.
Beans. I will poke my head around the corner.
Okay. You poke your head around the corner and you see them arrive at a warehouse. And you can see clearly the captain gives silent orders as they march up to the warehouse and then barge in. And they disappear into it. You can see light shining because it's already at this point dark.
I will start walking down the alleyway.
You walk down the alleyway and you can see the doors have been shut.
I will also put my hands in my pockets and start whistling.
After only a couple of minutes, as you're walking down this alley, kind of keeping an eye out, and the doors open, and you see 5 individuals step out of the warehouse. And they match the description that you were given. Now we'll get back to everybody. You all see the only other living person on this street, a 2-foot-tall gnome. How do you first off?
And he's whistling.
And he's whistling with his hands in his pockets. First off, the gnome. Dorak, how do you respond? How do you react to seeing your quarry?
I maintain the charade of I'm not here for them, and I'm just gonna keep sort of whistling. But I glance at them a couple of times.
Like, are you just
Give me a performance check.
I just imagine this guy's whistling and then he stops for a second, eyes us, continues whistling.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened too.
That's a decent performance. Fairly decent performance. But at this point, Esben, you were the first one to head out. You see this happening that, well, he's very performative and convincing. I guess
A little bit
if you
sus.
want it, a little bit sus. If you want to do an insight check, you can. Your DC is 14. But otherwise, yeah.
Well, might as well go for it. Not okay.
I'm not good at rolling insight. So far, I failed 2 out of 2.
You know, just I'm just
You're just a guy.
I'm
Well,
just
in
a
that
I'm just a
case,
whistling fella.
the perspective will shift over to the main group. I'll jump back to you, Henzam, but for now, we'll assume that you are watching from behind until you do otherwise. Okay?
Yeah, basically my plan is to like pass them and then like get to a box and then duck behind the box and watch them.
Okay. I believe that at this point, yes, at this point, it's already canonical that there are not boxes on the street.
There were some, and then somebody destroyed them.
Is there a doorstep or something?
There's a small corner which, while it did not fit a Goliath in full armor, it might fit a 2-foot person.
I beeline it straight there. I duck into the corner and I just stop whistling.
Can I have my insight with advantage if I can see this clownery, or my owl can see it?
We will wait for that. For now, the rest of you just left. You've seen or had that interaction with the town watch. What do you guys do?
Well, first order of business is cast light again, because I uncasted it as the city watch came by while I was hiding. I cast light on myself, and then I what's his name again?
Renair?
Renair. Would you be willing to help us find a friend?
You know, I feel slightly responsible for his predicament, so I will join you. Yes. He hoists the rapier that he had taken off one of the goons, as well as a dagger, and he sheathes it, sets it in the loop of his belt, as well as the daggers. He says, "Fairly handy with these. Now, where do we head? What did the goons say? The Kenku."
They did talk about the Xanatar's Guild, but that's about as far as I really got from all that. Do you know any places where the Xanatar's Guild holds up?
Yeah. No, I recall the Kenku saying, what was it? As you all try to recall to what the Kenku had said,
I lost my memory during the loading screen. Sorry.
something about the sewers. They had mentioned something about the sewers, which, if you have any interaction with the city watch, they do keep the streets fairly clean, but they leave the undercity to the fifth.
Well, they certainly don't keep the docks clean.
You can only do as much as you can, I imagine.
Oh no, not the sewers. I don't want to deal with that.
Don't want to do that. If that's where Floon was taken, I don't see any other choice.
Are we in fit position to carry on towards the sewers?
He's gonna look at
I
all of you.
I look at my riddled with holes companion.
What is the time of day? Can we tell? Like,
Night.
It is night. It is dark.
it is definitely night. Okay.
It is
Am
definitely
I
night.
out of 60 feet from them?
Are you out of 60? At this point, you are out of 60 feet, because they would have... Rainier would have continued walking to the end of Candle Street, so...
Then I would like to stay within 60 feet of them.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
I'm just gonna not do a stealth check, and instead I'm gonna stick my hands back in my pockets and just start whistling as I walk 60 feet behind them.
You don't. None of you need to roll perception for that.
I will reach up and tug on Rennie. Oh my god, Renaire.
Renaire.
On Renaire's. Jesus Christ. On Renaire's like pocket and be like, I think they are tailing us.
Renaire's gonna take a look behind.
And as soon as he spots me, I just stop whistling and freeze.
He looks at you. Marius will be tailed. I'm not sure who they are. A bit too clean for any of the thugs we dealt with. You there!
At that point, I'll look behind me like he's talking to somebody else.
No, you, the gnome. Why are you following us?
I'm not.
Alright, let's...
No,
At this point,
not.
Grim, what is your reaction to this? Or Kia, what are your reactions to this?
Sorry, I have a mouthful.
Can tell, brother.
Grim immediately has put a biscuit into his mouth and just munching on it. Just
Munching
looks
scones
around.
down.
Munching scones down.
I would say just kind of shake my head in confusion at just this, or attempt at nonchalant stealth.
Yes.
I don't understand why he's trying.
Yeah.
How easy is to notice that he is in like pristine attire, no grime, no nothing?
Based on how frequently Storak has said that he's used prestidigitation, it is very easy to tell that he is pristine.
You don't look like you are from here. What is your purpose?
I live here. And I'll walk over to the nearest house and try to open the door.
It's locked.
Insight check.
I go to the other
Roll
side of the
deception.
street and try to open that door.
It opens, and it's just pitch black inside.
I have dark vision.
Oh, okay. So inside, you can see it is a storage house, and there's just rows of crates and just a bunch of random stuff.
The man is gonna get in there. No.
Does it look freaky at all? Like, does it look like it's been touched?
Well, let's see. You see, like, with your monochrome vision, you see layers, plenty of boxes, but also you see a couple of that just eroded, and now there's piles of stuff, and you can see cobwebs and dust around, and the
Nope.
flittering of something.
Nope,
has
I
been-
close the door. Nope. Door gets closed.
Kia turns to the
I-
closest person to her and kind of goes, "Is he okay? Do we need to take him somewhere? Like, what do they call
He
them?
looks-
Institutions?"
He looks demented. How old is your character, Storak?
I am 40-ish years old, which is relatively young for a gnome.
Do gnomes get upset dementia that early? I don't
44 years
recall
old.
that.
Right. Well, whoever you are, if you're going to keep following us,
Don't!
And at that point, I will put my hands back in my pockets and continue to whistle as I get closer.
I'm currently using my quarterstaff as, like a walking cane, but I'm gonna grip it with both arms as this lunatic walks closer towards us.
And as I get closer, when you whistle and it starts being like a whistle and it turns just into air blowing over your lips, like, and that's what happens as I get closer. What?
Young man,
Thinks I'm supposed to find you.
what?
No, I don't know about you. You went
I
to
look at him
Sky.
and say, "Well, congratulations, you've done that. Now, are you going to go your own way?"
I don't think I can. I want my 8 gold.
He's gonna ransack us!
Someone paid you to tail us?
No, someone paid me to find you.
Did they pay
And
you to
ask
bring
if
us
you-
back?
No, I didn't say that either. Just said if you were gonna hold your end of the bargain because you went the wrong direction. I didn't remember his name.
Oh,
Was it in a bar?
did he look like this? And I, minor illusion, like imagery of a volume.
Yeah, that was him. That was him.
That rat!
I think he was a
He
human.
thought we... Not what I meant.
I mean, if he thinks we aren't doing our job, well, we'll just have to
We're
surprise him, won't we?
We're certainly trying.
He didn't seem like he was all there upstairs.
So
Yeah.
he hired you? You don't seem any better than him.
My job isn't to sneak.
I guess that's fair. What now? Were you hired to guide us so we do our job?
And he just sort of shrugs at you with this blank stare. He just wanted me to find you and see if you were doing the job. Are you doing
we're
the job?
trying. Yeah. We found the wrong person, but he's gonna help us.
Who are you trying to find?
Well, the friend of Bolo, his name is Floon.
That's a weird name.
Oh, well. You can tell that to his mother. Or father. Whoever gave him his name.
Right.
Who are you?
I'm Henzim.
Well, nice to
Okay.
meet you.
And he will hold out his hand, and then you see extending from his hand a mage hand, just like ever so slightly off of his hand.
I meet his hand with my own mage hand.
And
As
like,
I greet his mage hand with my hand.
I will shake the mage hand.
Me too. And Volker. I guess you already did your part, but if
What?
you wish for us to, finish what we're doing so you can tell Volo that we did our thing. Can come with us, I guess. Has he hired anybody else besides you?
I don't know. See, I was stuck in a well, and then I got out of the well, and then there was a troll, and it was nasty.
Another
now I'm
troll?
here. Yes.
I'm never going back down there.
Right, that sounds like a death trap. I'm not going down there either.
And now Glorious just writing down for us to go there post haste.
And then I'll look at the Dragonborn, and I'll be like, right, he also said you had a statue, and it's gone. So do we need to find your statue?
He already sold it to one of my friends.
Right, I sold it, so unfortunately it's no longer in my possession.
So you don't need help finding it.
No.
Because I did find it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I look like, tilt my body to the side to see if he's carrying it. No. Okay.
Yeah, you look to see if this 2-foot tall guy is carrying it.
A statue that is taller than him, yeah?
Right, see, he described all of you, and I'll point to each one of you, and then I'll stop at the other guy, the NPC dude, and go, I don't know you, so maybe I have the wrong party. Group thing.
I don't know who you are either. I bet I don't even know them. They're just, they've done a good service to me, and are all out to save an individual.
Well, I did say my name earlier, so if you were listening, you would know my name.
Insan, of course. It's my job to know people's names.
Well,
Forgive me.
then
I
you know me.
am Rainier Neverember,
Never.
son of former Open Lord of Waterdeep.
Who's that?
No one of importance now. Thank you. Now, I am worried for Floon's well-being. Perhaps,
Me too.
I guess, you all are looking at a rough spot. We could potentially take a rest before heading out. I
I'm
can
doing
pay for
great.
rooms at a better establishment than anything around here.
I would very much appreciate it.
That would be nice. That aforementioned troll used me as a nail.
That must
He-
have hurt.
I look at you very concerned.
Now, young Henzan, sounds like you were hired to make sure that they were doing the job. Does that... Are you...
You know, you see where I'm struggling too.
Of course. In that case... Oh dear. You said you were down in the Undermountain, yes?
Yes. And then somebody cut the rope. And whoever cut the rope, I'm going to have words with them.
Someone got right. Okay. Sounds like you have... Until we find Floon, you've got a job to yourself, sir. Would you like to join us?
To the inn? Yes. I'll go to the inn.
All right. Sounds good. In that case, get some rest. I'm very worried for Floon's well-being, and frankly, I'm a bit invested in his rescue. If you all are amiable to this, we will head out at first light to find him, yes?
Works for me.
I will start prestidigitation, cleaning all of the party.
I'm clean.
I still do it.
Cleans the blood. More blood comes out.
Oh, this is not going to be good. I spend as long as it takes trying to clean the blood off of him.
Oh dear. All right. So,
What inn are we going to?
the inn that you head to, you find is the Pampered Traveler. The Pampered Traveler, and find out where that is.
I also, as we walk, stick my hands back in my pockets and continue to whistle.
Street of Bells. I don't know where that is right now, but you are led to the Pampered Traveler, and as you arrive at the Pampered Traveler, Rainier walks up to the owner of the establishment, and you can see him speak quietly and shake his hand as he pays for the rooms for everybody. It looks like perhaps whatever payment he had on hand was most likely pilfered from him, but it seems like he's got a tab as well. But he sets up rooms for everybody, and you all are able to rest. You all have your rooms to rest. And before we go to sleep, was there anything anybody wanted to do before
Yes.
it all ends? Okay.
I would like to. Well, firstly, I would like to order something to eat here and to drink. But
course.
Secondly, as I am enjoying my dinner, I will be interested in reading the information that I got. The scrolls that I got from that dungeon.
Of course. Of course. You pull out the scroll that you were able to escape with. A couple of them, because you escaped with 3. 2 of them end up being moth-eaten on the inside, and the ink and writing so marred that not even the spell Comprehend Languages would be able to repair and read whatever is on them. However, the 3rd you unfurl is very clearly an arcane scroll, a scroll etched with the words of power from the weave itself, and it stores a spell upon it. If you'd like to read the spell, give me an Arcana check.
Yes, sir.
Oh, is he? Oh, while you're rolling that, are you out in public reading this?
I don't see why not. How cluttered is this place?
It's actually quite quiet in here. There's only a few patrons. There's not any holidays going on at the moment, and so there's not as many travelers that need a place to stay.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Why I don't know why would be secluded or do it in secrecy. Yeah, you can see me.
I would walk up and sit on the opposite side of the table with my own scroll.
Oh, you got it from the dungeon too, I presume?
And I'm just gonna look at him, and I'm gonna put my hands on my lip like, shh, I'm trying to read.
He
All right.
over to you and kind of goes, "Is this a reading party? Do you guys have scrolls?" And she pulls the scroll she got from the dungeon, or like under the mountain as well, and sits down and says, "All right, anybody got any tea?"
Both the gnome and the halfling, you both notice that her scroll is the most expensive looking out of a lot of them.
Ah, lucky you.
I've just got good taste.
I will put my scroll away.
Okay, for those who want to discover what their scroll is, give me an Arcana check.
I'll do mine in my room after this.
Sounds good.
Come on, man. I don't have any luck points on me. Come on, man. Fuck!
A monk is better at Arcana than the wizard. Yep.
Classic D&D.
Uh, do I want to be mean?
Volker. That is enough. The DC was 12.
Oh, meets beats.
All right. So, Volker, as you read yours, it's difficult to pass by the language barrier of the original wizard who wrote this, but you were able to eventually figure out his handwriting as well as the different. It looks like the former wizard who wrote this specifically was a dwarf himself, and so there is dwarvish runes associated with it.
I do not speak Dwarven. Shit.
The good thing, though, is that this is the arcane language, and so despite the dwarvish hand, it is still a universal language. And so you are able to discern that this spell is a necromantic spell. This is a higher level spell than you personally have dealt with. But effectively, you have a spell scroll of blindness, deafness.
Oh! That
Lucian?
spell is necromancy?
It is necromancy, yes. Lucian, the spell scroll you hold was written by an elvish hand. And you feel that this thing has almost a static to it as you look upon it, and whichever wizard wrote this intended it for it to be recognizable, as you have a spell scroll of lightning bolt.
Cool.
Damn. I do have, what's the word? I was gonna say, if I were to fail this shit, I do have the, I can ritual cast Identify. So.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I will cast. Do I see the two moth-eaten scrolls?
You do see the two moth-eaten scrolls.
I would like to mend the. I would like to cast mending on them to at least make them usable for other things now.
Of course. You mend the scroll itself, but the mending spell only does so much, and you are unable to rejuvenate the words.
Yep. And then I will down my entire tankard.
What did you have?
I don't know. What did I have?
What did you have? What would you have ordered?
I don't know. What are my options?
Roll a d4.
There's ale. There's ale. There's cider. There is milk. Cider. Gotcha. So you have downed this, and yeah, what is your guys' reaction to at least Volker? What are you thinking at this moment?
I recognize that it's mending. It's like, oh, that's way beyond its repair. That seems to at least make it more presentable, but the moths did already a number of it. Thank you, though.
I didn't try to do it to fix the words. I did it so I could use the spells for later. Scrolls for later. Use it for other things.
Well, they're not... I mean, they're not yours. Are you gonna let me use yours?
I don't have one.
Right. Well, what did you get? And I look at the elf lady.
Kind of looks down at it. Seems to be a spell scroll for lightning.
Oh.
Would this be something that she would know she could potentially use at any point, or is this kind of above her kind of skill?
Give me a. This would be intelligence check.
It depends on the what's the word? The version of the player's handbook, because
Yeah.
14.
hey, that's pretty decent.
Yeah, still with a -1.
Very good.
You're high
That's
rolling with your
nice.
-1.
It's not what I meant to press.
Oh no, I silver bars your silver bars.
Good.
You get the sense that casting a spell requires some they require the ability to read or declare the arcane words in a way that taps into the weave. And specifically with scrolls, they automatically do that. And so you think that with a successful Arcana check specifically, you might be able to cast it.
Is this like a one-time use thing, or?
Yes.
This
So
would
how
be
they
a
work?
one-time use thing.
Okay. Cool.
But you, an interesting thing for you to know as a player is I'm not gonna, influence you in any way, shape, or form, but wizards can learn through scrolls to permanently add them to you. So that's so cool. I love wizards. 3 spell slots. Spell scrolls, I mean.
I don't have a spell scroll.
Me neither.
He had a scroll that he was just going to read, but decided not to.
Oh, it doesn't Elven. Oh.
Dang. Now I will pull out my scroll after she says that it's a lightning bolt, and I'll hey, instead of pulling it out on top of the table, I'll pull it down below the table, so you can't quite see what I'm doing, but it's totally obvious that I'm doing it.
She's leaning over trying to see. It's not very subtle.
You
at all.
can feel a owl landing on top of your head. He's perching, looking down.
I pretend like it doesn't exist, and I'll continue to read this.
I would like to utilize the owl's vision to see through its eyes.
All right, roll an Arcana check. For those of you looking at the scroll.
Everybody's reading my scroll.
Oh my god, I'm gonna roll like dick, I can feel it. Never mind.
Oh my.
Tenzin, you got an 18?
Yep.
Alright. You are all able to read this scroll. This itself it's an illusion spell. The arcane language speaks of shifting and wavering from sight. It speaks of entering into spaces in between blinks to make yourself harder to see, harder to hit. This is the blur spell.
I'm gonna bust. I will quickly roll it up and stick it back in my pouch, and then just smile really big.
Hey, that's a good one. You can see that I'm not even looking at your direction. As I say that.
And then at this point, I'll try to get the owl off of my head.
Yeah, the owls.
Prestidigitate my hair after the owl leaves.
Excellent. Excellent.
What you want for it? And I'm gonna look at Volker.
Well, those are all things that I could, utilize later on if I pick up like my arcane grimoire.
Right.
If I study it, how much are you offering it?
Would I know anything about prices of spells?
No.
Okay.
You are a sorcerer. It comes naturally to you. Honestly, you think You think
Yeah.
they aren't worth that much?
15 gold.
Deal.
And I will hand over the spell scroll of blur for 15 gold.
Question doing business, and I extend my hand and I do the summoning the mage hand for him to do the same on his end.
I will do that once again.
25 minus 15. My money is quickly vanishing.
I'm up to 47 gold, guys.
Oh,
Sheesh.
moneymaker in the
I'm
house.
rolling over here.
Would you be interested in partaking in the arts of trade? I only have 10 gold pieces on me, though.
And I'm gonna look at the elf and go, I mean, really, you gotta understand that these spell scrolls aren't worth anything. I can do it all just naturally.
Wow,
How
you guys.
does she react?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. We deal it to deserve some screen time.
I was gonna see, yeah, real quick, before the conversation continues. Esben, how do you spend your evening?
So Esmond's gonna look over at Renair. Hey, want to kind of like talk a little bit more about that story that the Zentarum took you for? I'm curious about that. Go for it.
Zentarum, yes? But the story, what? Forgive me.
Well, they took you for some reason, right? You said there was some kind of story about your father, some kind of money.
In case, I'm not sure how long you've been around town, but for a while there was the belief that my father had embezzled and stolen away massive amounts of dragons and put them into some safe, some hidden away place, and frankly, he's been gone from Waterdeep for quite some time now. There's been no true validity to the claims. However, the Zentarum and other treasure seekers are still under the belief that there is such treasure. So, while this is the first overt action against me, they believe that I might have information about these hidden dragons, and I can assure you not. If my father had hidden these away somewhere, he would not have told me.
Right, I'm just looking more for the story, you understand? I mean, I'm a bard myself. Stories is what I kind of work through, as well as music.
So you are wondering about the circumstances under which I was waylaid. And I wish I could say that I was a hero amidst it, but I had also had a bit of a drink myself, so my senses were much too dulled to notice that I already had a noose around my neck before I reacted. But the 5 men quickly overpowered Floon and I in an alleyway they pushed us into, and after I got a bag placed over my head, I heard something about this is the men saying this is the one we need, and then marched me to that warehouse that you found me in. But after only a short amount of time trapped in there, they kept asking me where the dragons were. I heard a kerfuffle start out as those Xenothog thugs popped in and began to attack the Zentarum one, and amidst the confusion, I slipped my bonds and hid in the closet. I'm not myself much of a storyteller, so you may do with that story as you please if you intend to retell it.
Well, I'm sure you already know a good story requires a little bit of finesse with how it's told.
Embellishment indeed. I'm not going to lie, I was quite surprised to see someone with... What is that instrument called? I'm not much of a musical man.
Oh, this, and he kind of pulls the lute out that he just stole from that guy.
Is it a guitar?
You could call it that, I guess. It's typically called a lute, but it's in the same family.
I see. I'm surprised to see somebody with a lute amidst the carnage of that place.
I've got a few skills with different kinds of instruments.
See. Well, we all have our passions in this life now, don't we? Mine tends to be more political. And the conversation continues, unless there was anything specific you were looking for.
Nope.
As we look at Grim. Grim, what are you doing this time?
Grim is currently looking puzzled because he's trying to figure out why there's any question or difficulty of locating dragons. Because he's pretty sure that the last time he looked at a map, out in the ocean, it specifically stated "Here be dragons," and he doesn't know why it's such a difficult thing to try and find them. It's literally labeled right there. So anyway, that's where Grim is right now.
Gotcha. Just puzzling through as you enjoy your meal for the evening. And so,
They
just to keep
thoughtfully
things
chewing.
thoughtfully chewing. And with those interactions, just so we can keep the story going, we will say that you all spend a peaceful night. You may all take a long rest.
Yes, sir.
Do we have funny long rest rules?
We have what?
Do we have funny long rest rules?
Shut up, Storak.
Okay.
There are not funny long rest rules.
Wrong rest rules.
Did Kaya accept the 10 gold for the scroll?
Oh,
No.
Kia, would you sell your lightning bolt scroll to Volker for 10 gold pieces?
Was that a previous question that I missed? Or
I think it was.
okay, that's my bad.
Because I also told you at that point that spell scrolls are basically useless and are worth no gold because I can just do it naturally. And why would you ever use a scroll for it?
Somehow I missed that part. No, she's gonna hold on to it. She seems to be a little attached to it, considering what she went through just to get to it. So she's gonna hold on to it just for a little longer.
Oh, well, I
Unless it proves
understand.
useless. So.
I understand. Maybe in another time it is.
And
I basically have nothing else to do for the time being. So yeah, long rest.
You take
My
a long
luck
rest.
points! Yes, baby!
Do we level up? No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry. But
no,
do
you do not.
beans.
Beans. Okay. And so, which of you in the morning wakes up on time, and which of you wakes up early, and which of you wakes up late?
I
I
will.
have a question. I hit
What's
the
your
long
question?
rest button, and all of my HP points disappeared, and I do not know what my original HP was.
You should have 10 HP.
Yes.
Perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and fix that because it just went to zero.
Yes. That is
Okay.
fascinating. I wonder, here, I'm going to take a look at yours. I wonder if
Oh,
you
I'll
don't
just
have...
fix it.
Do you have maximum hit points anything in there? Because if not,
No.
then maybe that's why it went to 0.
There you go. Now you
Oh,
have maximum hit
perfect.
points.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's the issue. Thanks.
Well, your card
Some
mod is
hit
your card mod is a +2, right? I don't remember what it was. It should be. I wrote the character sheet. I never forget.
Yes. Yes.
And 10. Yeah, 10.
Do I have key points starting out?
You have, I believe you have 1 key point starting out.
No,
No,
No.
not in 2024. Okay.
Nope. You get that all at level 2.
Level 2 is such a fucking power spike for monks.
Every level is a power spike for monks, Flippy.
Yeah.
So fucking correct, man. Holy shit. Not a single dead level, except level 9, maybe.
No, then you get to run up walls.
And through water.
Yeah,
Now I need to be
so
scared.
not dead.
So, in that case, as Rainier exits his room just before dawn, who does he see?
Not me.
I would wake up exactly on time.
What a
Okay.
soldier man you are.
So he doesn't
he
see
was-
anybody.
Do I have a clock?
Do you-
That was my question. Yes.
Do you have a clock? Frankly, you probably had a small stopwatch, yes, or a small personal, like what are those clocks called? Oh boy,
Pocket watch?
pocket watch. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Small pocket watch.
Fantastic. I wake up exactly at 7:30.
I would like
Alright.
to wake up at that hour too.
And so he knocks on the first door. He knocks on Brim's door. Knock, knock, knock. Grim, sir. It is now just before dawn. We should head out as soon as we can to rescue Floon.
I would wake up exactly at dawn then, or at dawn.
I see. I see.
That's what I s- So, and this is just before dawn, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I probably wouldn't hear the knocking. I assume it's not incredibly aggressive.
It is not.
Not
aggressive.
yet.
I would just keep sleeping.
After the first light knock, then you hear a harder knock.
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh dear goodness.
I would start to stir, but be unsure of what exactly woke me up.
Rainier will, after giving the hard
Yo-ho.
knocks, he goes to all of your doors and gives that hard knock. And real quick, I'm gonna do a quick bathroom break. If you guys want to roleplay a little bit in the morning, you may. I will be right back.
Yeah, my door just. You hear a loud groan, and then my door just creaks open, seemingly of its own accord. And to be clear, I also have not left the bed.
Oh.
They can't knock if there's no door open to knock on. Logic.
I love that.
The guy goes into knocking and falls because there's no door to, punch.
Knock, knock, falls over.
Oh, that's so funny.
You probably
Um,
go ahead.
And once dawn comes, I would wake up and I would get out of bed and I would start doing push-ups.
Just push-ups in the room. That prison workout.
If you go by Esmond's room, you hear really loud snoring. He's not going to wake up from just a couple knocks.
As you knock on Kia's door, you kind of hear a thud as if someone's tripping over their covers as they're getting in bed, and something akin to like that creature from The Ring just like opens up the door. Her hair's like over her face. She just looks like she's about to
Jesus.
murder someone. She's like, who's there?
Yeah, we're gonna be known as the party that gets going eventually.
You guys are getting going?
Not yet, that's for sure.
By the way, I just love that visual. That's great.
Volker will be the only boring one ready to go.
No, it sounds like you and Grim got that on lock. The rest of us, late to bed, later to rise.
Time is money, and time is also especially important for a mage armor.
Yeah, that's why you cast it as soon as you wake up. And I haven't woken up yet, so I'm safe.
So the later you sleep, the longer it's on for.
Exactly. That's how that works. Why are you booing me? I'm right.
I cannot argue with that logic.
I have to move all my Lego sets because I have to actually set up my laptop so I can have a camera tomorrow for my interview. And now I don't know what to do with them.
That's rough, buddy.
Pretend you're a cat and tumble them over.
No, my cats don't mess with my Lego sets.
Damn.
I have a little brother that does that better than them.
What, Kuth?
No.
Well, yes, but
No, Kuth would not touch my Lego sets.
How many fucking Nivalias are out there?
Just 1, 2, technically. Ugh. That's some bathroom break, boys. Whoo-wee!
The man is shedding some weight over there.
The man is actually fighting for his life right now.
I understand. I comprehend.
I understand the assignment.
Sorry about the weight, guys. Oh, boy. All right. Yes, I
the
can
weight
go
you
back.
lost
Did
or
you-
the weight
did you
that
win?
had?
Did you win?
I won. I won, man.
How's the game, champ?
Are you winning, son?
I won. So, you all set off. Half.
No,
I mean,
I don't know about that.
All right. For those
Hold
of
on
you,
a minute.
those of you invested in the story,
We just came to the conclusion that only 2 out of the 5 players were actually ready to do anything. Everybody else was dead still.
Rainier has his hands on his hips as he looks. I guess I have to do this. He walks downstairs, comes upstairs with 3 tankards. As he walks to the first the first one is would be closest. I'll say Volker's already up, and so is Grim. So Esvin walks to your room, opens the door. He's got 2 of the tankards in one hand. The other one he just splashes you with some cold water and then shuts the door.
My
He
door
walks
is
over-
open.
Walks over to your room, just uses his foot to open it as he takes the water and splashes you, and then walks out and walks to Kia's room, opens the door. Are you standing in the middle of the room, Kia? You said that you were a ring girl.
Sorry. Yeah, she's standing there, waiting for whoever dares to open the door next. She's got a little knife in her hand. Like, better be coffee.
He opens the door, and you can see his arm is poised to toss, but he stops. Are you ready to go?
Man.
Man.
he will get doused in water now.
I will get down. Okay.
And I will
I-
use shape water to shape the water off of myself as I walk out of the hall with this grimness on my face. I'm just beat red in the face, and I'll just throw the water back at him.
And enough. Oh,
What is happening?
there is a man's life in danger at the moment. I hope you are all ready to go.
I sure am.
Excellent.
Espen's just trying to like dry off his shirt.
I will also shape water the water out of his shirt.
About 5 minutes later, Kia walks down, complete 180. Her hair is in a braid. She looks like she's actually awake and goes, "All right, start in the day."
Wow. All right. Yes, we are ready to start the day. Now, from what we understand, what the Kenku said is they were taken to the sewers, and I believe there were some particular marks we were supposed to follow, but I don't remember what they were. Let's go find the sewers. So, it takes a little while, but you're able to find down a back alleyway a circular metal cover inset in the pavement. And the cover is easily lifted, revealing a ladder down into the sewers. As you look down into these sewers, there's no light down here.
Great. Ah, more light for me, I guess.
More light. As the little halfling lights up the area, Rainier looks around at you all. Now, which of you would like to go first?
Ah,
I just am standing there with this look of sheer disgust on my face.
Right, don't look at me. I got stabbed last time I was first, so
Well, then I don't want to go first either. If the first person gets stabbed, it smells.
well,
I
you're the one wearing armor, and I look at Grim.
yes, I am wearing armor. I will I'll go first.
All right.
And he proceeds.
He proceeds. You descend down the stairs with the rest of the party following in short or long order, depending on who's...
How dark is it?
It is pitch
Very.
black. The only
black.
light is coming from behind you.
I can also give you light if you
I
so desire.
would hang on. I need to see if I have a torch. I think I do. I do have a torch. I would pull out a torch.
You light the torch. And you head down the sewers. A putrid stream flows along this sewer tunnel, which stretches far beyond where your light shines. It leads in two directions, to your left and to your right. Although, in one direction, you see a symbol drawn on the wall in yellow chalk. A palm-sized circle with 10 equidistant spokes radiating out from its circumference.
I wish I knew thieves can't, but fortunately I must fuck myself.
we've seen this before, right?
You have seen this, yes, as a tattoo on the thugs who were hired by the Xanathar Guild.
Hmm.
Right. That's probably their symbol. I think we're going in the right direction.
Is there a stream running through this?
There is a sewage stream, yes.
Oh,
Water.
I'm shaping water around my feet so it goes in a circle around me so I don't step.
Are you insane? The sewer water!
Yeah, I'm not touching it. I can use a 5-foot cube, and I only need like a half a foot cube because I'm so little.
And so you begin to follow this symbol, which you come across a symbol about once every 10 minutes as you walk through the dark for 10, 20, 30. You run into branches and forks. You run into intersections, but at every point where you might get lost, you see a chalk mark left there, and you are able to find your way. And after an hour of following signs through the tunnels, you come to a 3-way intersection where a ladder leads up into a stone shaft capped by a circular metal cover. One of the familiar chalk symbols is marked on a wall nearby. And Grim, seen as you are in the front, you see floating near the symbol is a spherical grapefruit-sized creature with a bulging central eye and 4 stumpy-looking eye stalks. As it looks towards you, bares its teeth. Grimgar, considering that these tunnels are quite narrow, and you are the one in the front, you are the only one who really has any reaction before something happens. What do you do?
Kill it.
Was
Spooky.
that okay? Good. Something dropped, and I was like, "Was that me leaving?" Oops.
You're good.
I forgot to prepare spells this morning. That's what I forgot to do. I guess we're running on the previous spells I had prepared.
You lame prepared spellcasters, bow before my amazingness.
Okay, shut up.
What I
Um,
do?
It's just one of them, from what I can see.
It's just one. Yeah.
Just the two of us.
We can make it if we tried.
Oh goodness, what do I do?
I don't know. I can't make that decision for you. I know.
Get
what
him,
I'm
soldier
gonna do.
boy.
Get him,
gonna
soldier
try.
boy.
Yeah, I'll take a swipe at him. Let's see. Would I have my
your
shield out if I have a
With your torch,
torch?
this would be 40 feet away. You could not
Oh,
hold
he's
your weapon.
40. He's 40 feet away. I thought he was right in front of me.
That's why I was offering for you to use my light.
It's just within the light of your torch.
I am going to say, heads up, we have something in front of us.
It's a hostile?
I believe so, and I am going to, let's see, I'm going to draw my sword, so I'll have a torch in one hand and my sword in the other.
Gotcha. And so
If
you
I-
do.
I will not interfere.
And I will continue to move cautiously forward.
Gotcha. You do so. And we will real quick. Because there's just one. This thing clearly demonstrates aggression. You have... It begins to float towards you. And as it does, you see two of its eyes begin to pulsate with a color as it fires two rays at you, being the first one in front.
How
The
far away
first
from
one,
me?
you are technically a medium. I will need a DC 12 strength saving throw.
How far away is it from me?
Right now, it moves.
that is
Once it's
15.
a 15, you feel as one of the rays that hits you attempts to shove you, but you dig in and you move a couple of inches back, but you are able to hold steady. As the second one, as you look at it, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Are we gonna go into initiative?
That's
We
a 14.
will, yes. A 14. Both you shove these off, and now we'll have everybody roll initiative. I'll just write them down, so tell
What
me
is
your
an
number.
ability? What is an ability check? Just out of curiosity.
An ability check is all of the...
Oh wait, never mind. Sorry, I misread something.
okay.
Everything that you can roll with your stats plus initiative.
Everybody listen to
The easiest way to think of it is, like on your sheet will be the skills, right? So, well, it's
Okay.
an ability
I
check, right?
fucking wish I
Yeah.
had bountiful luck. Holy fuck!
Okay, I rolled a 9.
I rolled a natural
Okay.
1 for a total of 4.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fine. I am so preoccupied with making sure this sewer water does not touch me. This checks out. I have my priorities straight, people. It's good to know that the other spellcaster isn't really that far ahead of me.
I got a 7.14.
Yeah, it's gonna be you then me.
All right. So real
Oh,
quick.
baby.
At this point, you guys have been walking in single file line. Let me add those two. All right. That guy got that. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, yeah. You guys have been walking in single file line with Grim. You were in front. Who would have followed Grim?
We need a marching order. Not me.
Not me.
Okay.
If no one else will step up, then I guess Esben will be behind.
Okay. It would be
Where
Grim,
is
Esben.
Reyna?
Raynair would have been in the center, so behind Esben at this point.
Then I would imagine it's our trusty our trusty monk, and then me, and then Moron Man.
All right.
Not a moron.
So in that case, Esben, you are up next after this little aberration.
No. Wait.
Okay.
Make it sing.
As you can see your Goliath friend in front of you grunt and stiffen as you look around, and you can see a floating thing with a mouth, eyeballs, and everything. You've never seen this before.
Is it at least semi-reminiscent to the stuffed doll that we saw before?
Yes.
Excellent. We're gonna die.
I would like to raid.
Although you
Like
recognize
your
this
turn,
thing has
buddy.
only... This thing has
Stora,
only
your rage
4.
ability makes you pee your pants, not actually do anything else.
Oh, just you wait. He doesn't know, chat. He doesn't know about it.
He's not aware. Don't tell him.
I know the deeper lore. I was there when it was written. Sorry.
All good.
So Espen.
All right. Well, I guess just seeing it right now, and I'm assuming we're still in like this confined space, right?
Yes, you are.
OSHA would like you to have a permit for that.
All right. Well, if that's the case, then just for the sake of expediency, you guys will just take out his the loot that he has on his on him and just be like, "Are you all right there? You look a little stunted, like stunted. Did you not grow fully?" And he'll use vicious mockery.
Are you saying that to the beholder or to our goblin?
Well, yeah.
Oh, wait a minute! I did not come to be slandered like this.
And so, what save is that?
It would be
Wisdom,
a
I
wisdom
think.
save, yes.
Wisdom save. Gotcha. That's an
DC
11.
14.
Okay.
Fail.
Fail.
That's a lot of psychic.
It will be 5 psychic damage.
Oof. As you say this thing, which doesn't seem like it might even understand what it says, but still understands the intent of what you say as it cries out.
Disadvantage on next attack roll. Okay.
Okay.
And then, I guess at that point, Esmond's just gonna try to get out of people's way that need to get up front.
Imagine not being able to just walk through people that are bigger than you. Clearly a skill issue.
Next up is Kia. You hear the bard, the Dragonborn bard in front of you, yell insults at something up ahead. Something about it being stunted.
Give me like 10 seconds, real quick.
Wait, what?
Okay, I'm here. Sorry, I just had to
Oh,
go back.
there we
go.
Oh,
Yeah.
no worries.
So I'm in the back, right?
You are fourth in line.
Okay. So I have, what is it, like the ability to see in dark places, so I can kind of see what's going on up ahead, I'm assuming?
You can peer around.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some narrow sewers, but you can peer around and see.
So I kind of stand on my tippy toes and peer around and see whatever they're all yelling at and mocking. And I go, oh, hey, look! It's like that stuff thing we saw in the store earlier. And it doesn't look very friendly, so... how far away am I? Can I move closer?
You would have to. You can move through your allies, but it would be difficult terrain. And so you've got 3 allies ahead, so it would take all of your movement to get past the 3 allies in front of
Zigzag
you.
around.
And then, because you don't have more than 30 movement at this point, I don't think.
She has 35.
35. And so you get right in front. So you could use your action to dash to get up close to this thing. But that's what
all
you
I can
get
do.
if you want to rush. Yep.
I'll try to get up a little bit closer, so I'll dash. Just since I know that they might need to have some help up there, and I could offer that. So
Sure.
that's the action.
Yeah. So you Kia ducks around Raynair, then Esben, then Grim before she's able to duck through and rush at this floating orb, and you get right near it. As you look at it, and it's slobbering, it does look slightly deformed, and its eyes are all looking in different directions, all 5 of them.
Oh, it's even worse up close. I kind of think myself.
Yes. Then it's Grim's turn.
Is the area lit up by anything aside from my torch?
No.
Me from behind you.
Are we like in water? Like if I were to drop my torch, would that extinguish it?
It would be a luck chance for it to be extinguished or not.
But that's
So which
really the
means
only thing giving off light at the moment.
No,
Besides
there's
me.
light coming besides your friend behind you who has this light spell. That's the only thing you got.
I will stow my torch and pull out my shield.
Okay.
And
Your torch. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I will, is this thing within melee range of me?
It is, at this point, it moved just enough to be able to hit you with its eye rays, and it's right now 35 feet away from you.
Oh, perfect.
Exactly
I
enough.
will move up and slap it with a sword. And I
You
will
get
use...
right within distance.
And I will use, slap as well if I land the hit.
Slap.
It's the weapon mastery for a longsword. If I hit a creature with a longsword, that creature is disadvantaged on its next attack roll before the start of your next turn.
It already has a disadvantage. But hey, multiple.
It doesn't cost me. I don't think it costs me anything to do.
Nope.
So
Alright, so go ahead and roll to hit.
So let's see. I swing with my longsword, one-handed. That's a 19 to hit.
That
Hit 'em.
does hit.
And then that'll be 6 damage, and I will put a divine smite into that.
Okay. Sounds good.
This isn't a fiend or undead, is it?
It is not a fiend
Okay.
or undead.
That's an extra 2d8. So that's another 10 damage. So total of 16 damage.
Holy crap.
Very nice bait, man.
The sewers light up as you sink this divine smite into this thing. And you can
I cast
see...
flashbang on my party. I mean,
as you, with that big hit, roll me a d4.
oh, coach.
Yeah.
That's a 3.
Yeah.
It's a 3. You cut off one of its eye sockets.
Nice.
As it's, you can see the blood dripping from it as it cries out in pain. But that was your action and movement.
Also bonus action, because divine smite.
Oh, that's right. All right, that is your turn. Next up is Volker.
I don't see why it's this problem with those people struggling to move around in this fridge. So, currently, how far away is it from me?
You are 5th in line, so he's about 55 feet away from you.
Then I will walk forward up until I don't care how few people because I can just walk under them.
Yep.
So it doesn't impede difficult terrain for me. I'm gonna walk up until I am 40 feet away from me, which is the edge of my light spell, and I'm going to shoot at it with my guide crossbow.
At this point, your Goliath friend is very much in the way. The tiny, because it is a small creature, is fully behind cover of the Goliath in this narrow passage. I hate to
Great.
say.
And I don't have enough movement to, move past him, so I'm just gonna go fuck myself.
I truly apologize.
I'm going to turn around and see if anybody that I could see that could be, creeping on us that is not a gnome this time.
Give me a perception check.
You hear whistling in the back line.
Great. Where the fuck is perception? Here it is.
Underperformance.
8.
Or maybe before performance. It's before performance.
Okay.
I'm smart.
As my action, I would like to take the dodge action, and I will send my owl familiar to go annoy the beholder, as it's gonna give whoever attacks it next the helping action, as it flies by and tries to peg on it, one of the eyes.
Okay, sounds good. And so, next up is Rainier, who really can't do much, and so he walks forward, readies himself, but prepares an action to attack any hostiles who come within range. And lastly is Tenzem.
What can I do you for?
What would you like to do, sir?
You hear low muttering and spluttering and angry, and I'm going to trudge up to within 30 feet of Grim, and I will cast Bless on Esbin. Don't remember what your name is. Kia and Grim. Bam!
Unreal value.
You all
have
feel.
bless.
You all feel somewhat heartened. What does it feel like to be blessed by you?
You'll see when you
clean.
you feel clean. You'll see when you roll or start rolling things. I'll interject occasionally with something as you start rolling your blesses. But right now it doesn't feel like anything. And that's kind of weird.
And so we'll get back to the top of the order as you cast Bless. As this little thing, its eyes are going wild as it looks at the two imposing individuals that one of them has already caused severe damage to it. It's going to shoot 2 eye rays, one at you, Grim, and one at you, Kia.
It should have double disadvantage to those attacks from the mockery and the sap.
If they take attack rolls, that's true. The first one's to Grim. I need another wisdom saving throw from you, sir.
Okay, look, if you keep making me do these, I'm gonna fail one. I'm not that smart.
Yo, he real for that one.
Oofda! That's a 7.
7.
There it is.
You get hit in the eyes, and you suddenly feel an innate fear of this thing. You are now frightened until the start of this thing's next turn. And then towards you, Kia, it then shoots its eye beam at you. I need a strength saving throw from you.
Add a 1d4 to it. Add a 1d4 to it.
Oh yeah, they both had to.
Add a 1d4 to it.
Where's my d4? I'm just gonna roll manually.
Oh,
No,
the
that's
perils
not
of
a
a
D4.
buffer.
That is a d4.
The caltrop.
That is a 2.
15.
That is a
15.
okay, so you got a 15. So what does it feel like to be blessed and saved?
Did it actually succeed?
It succeeds, yes.
You hear this ticking in the back of your head, Kia, and all of a sudden that ray that you swore was going to hit you dead on, it just sort of, this ticking gets louder as it gets closer, and it just passes by your ear. And then it goes silent again.
And that happens as this thing is swirling around, and it's gnashing its teeth as it swirls around your head, Grim, as it already took its actions. So that's its turn. So at the top of the order is Kia.
Okay. So I'm closer to it now.
You are now within striking distance, yes.
Perfect. I have a dart. Is that something I can throw? Right.
It is something you can throw, yeah.
But you
20,
can also
60
snap.
feet.
I am going to still kind of keep my distance just a little bit, considering I just almost got like laser beamed with its eyes. So I'm gonna throw a dart at it.
All right. Roll to attack. And add a 1d4.
But I love
A
bless.
14.
Bless
14
is such a
hits.
good fucking thing.
Is that with the
And then
1d4?
the 5 is that bless? Is what?
The d4 is a bless.
Okay. So, so is it +4, not +5?
It's a plus.
It's 1d4.
Okay. So I rolled a 9. So it's a +4.
The +4 is a 13. Or you
Okay.
rolled. What do you add to your attack?
Dexterity.
Is that? Sorry, I'm trying to find my.
No worries. We are still getting used to combat.
My dexterity is 4, so I would add 4 to my 20, right?
You
Not my
have to
20,
D20
my
roll.
D20.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my 9, so
yes.
But
13.
it's also proficiency.
You'll add another 2, making that 15. And you can roll that d4 and add that number as well.
Oh, there's
That's
that plus
plus.
6. Okay, that makes sense. I was trying to find. Oh,
Yeah.
that was a 4.
Oh, nice.
Very nice. 19, huh?
So 19.
You definitely nail it with that dart, so roll the damage.
So it's a D.
1d6 plus
Mhm.
4.
That's a 5 plus 4, so a 9.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's right.
Nice, La.
And with this thing only having 8 health left, can you describe what happened when you hit it with this dart?
Where do you hit it?
So I'm
Where
describing what happens?
You can describe what happens, yes.
Oh. So, he is aiming right for that one of those eyes, right? Because that's 2. 1,
Of course.
multiple.
As you aim for one of those eyes, you send this dart forward, and it hits one of the smaller ones and embeds it into the large center eye of the mass. As this thing gets pierced, it floats just slightly from the impact of your dart, and then falls directly onto Grim's face. As it had been circling around it.
Is it slimy, like gross, or is it like?
It is scaly.
Ugh.
Yes. But this thing, it was the only thing there, as far as you know, that was threatening you. But you see much more emblazoned, rather than a chalk mark, there is a set-in-stone etching of that same Xanathar mark heading down this path.
I'm gonna make a mental note about this later on. I'm speculating something.
Sure. Very much so.
You're going to continue to hear cussing and groaning and complaining coming from the very, very small individual that is still shaping the sewer water away.
I walk towards Grim. I look down at the torch. Your hand seems to be quite busy with your shield and your sword. Would you rather me help you with my magics? I can make your shield low, so you don't have to carry that torch.
That would be incredibly helpful.
I extend my arm, and as I jump, I give you like a bap to your shield, and you can hear like a muttering some words of arcane underneath my breath, and then your shield begins to like glow in light. It's much similar to mine. That'll help. Are you okay? You got hit by that thing. You don't seem hurt.
I'm okay. I just shake it off.
You really are mighty. We are unfortunately in no place that I could attempt to extract some alchemical properties from this beholder, unfortunately.
Probably.
No.
I would like to
sewage from it, though.
I would like to take the eye that fell off of the god server from him, though.
Sure. You may grab. You can add a gazer's eye stock to your inventory.
Do we have a channel? Can you write it down on my player's channel?
Yes, I can. I will do so. Just for you, Flippy.
Much
He'll
obliged.
almost puke when he goes to touch it.
Alright, which one is yours, buddy?
I should be number 3. I don't know why.
Number 3.
They should be name coded.
I agree.
All right, listen here, you two.
Alright,
Fine.
so
I didn't know
Grim.
players' names, so I was just gonna be nice, but fine.
You forge ahead. And only 5 minutes down the way, you approach. At this point, slogging through 1 foot deep water and sewage. The main sewer tunnel expands into a circular hub with what you can see are a pair of arrow slits carved into its outer walls, directly across from each other. 2 passages continue on to the north and the south, and a stone door is set into the back wall of a stone ledge to the west.
I'm not a fan of the arrow slits.
Can't imagine why.
So, Grim, being the one in front, what do you do first?
Because that thing is dead, the fear doesn't have a lasting effect on me, correct?
That is correct, yes.
Or if it does, it doesn't matter because it's dead.
Exactly.
I will. Do I need to do anything with my shield item to say it's glowing, or no?
No, you do not. We'll just keep that in mind.
Okay. I will keep my sword out and obviously keep my shield out, and I will continue to move forward down this tunnel.
Of course. do you make any effort to be quiet?
Sure.
Roll me
But
that stealth check at
it's
disadvantage.
not gonna go well.
We are
okay,
in a
maybe it will
fucking.
go well. 16.
Oh my god!
Oh man.
Rainier also attempts to quietly move.
An 18 and a 15 are pretty solid rolls.
That is pretty solid. Do the rest of you try to stay quiet, or do some
If
of
I
you...
notice them trying to go into stealth, I would love to go into stealth too.
Okay, well, it'll be a group stealth check. Everybody roll stealth.
Okay.
Yes, boss man.
I assume I don't need to roll again.
You do not
Fine.
need to roll again, no.
Perfect. I don't want to do
They're
that.
so
with
fucking
disadvantage
good
again.
at this shit. Oh!
Oh yeah, there we go.
I silver barbs. Fuck you.
Sorry, Barbs. Yeah, fuck you.
Oh my god, where the hell is stealth? Here it is. Oh!
Wow, you all rolled incredible.
I continue to just keep muttering and grumbling under my breath.
And so you quietly enter into this central, this hub look. You have what looks to be, there are two passages that go north and south, and there's the stone door on the back of a wall of a stone ledge that is in this central area. Where do you guys head?
How many passages does it break into?
There are two more passages and one stone door.
I will leave in our frontline guy, delve in the path.
I believe in his
decisions.
intelligence.
You
He had a good point with the dragons on the map. That's pretty good.
I will go and try to open the stone door.
Okay.
Or actually, I will look. Before I do that, is there any I don't know, discernible features of note on either passage or the door?
Give me a perception check.
Good question.
Can I guidance him?
You still have
You may.
bless. Bless is not for steal checks.
Bless
So-
only lasts a minute, I think.
But guidance is.
So
So
investigation
guidance.
and then 1d4.
Perception and
Yes,
add a
sir.
1d4.
Perception. Yeah, it's better than investigation actually. So 15 plus 3, 18.
18. You investigate around before heading to the stone door. And upon further investigation, you end up on the stone ledge. But down to the south, you notice what looks to be a false wall.
Oh! Roll it, like in Dark Souls.
Frank, that's
I will leave the door alone, and I will inform the party that there's a false wall, and I will check it for traps.
Roll an investigation check.
Can I roll too?
You may.
And I no longer
Just the two of you.
have
no longer have guidance. That's correct.
no longer have guidance.
Unless he casts it again.
That's a 10.
Okay. You do not notice any traps.
Investigation.
Oh, sorry. No, I lied. Concentration up to a minute. You touch a willing creature and choose a skill. Choose a skill. I see.
So it was
had to
the
cast
skill
it again
you
for it.
chose was
Perception.
Perception.
perception. In that case, I will step through the fake wall.
You unveil
Dirty 20.
with a dirty 20 reveals this is not trapped.
Oh, look at you.
The false wall you push through and it gives way, and it quietly moves open. And as you enter into this small passageway, you find yourself, there's an arrow slit next to you. And through the arrow slit, with your light, it illuminates the room inside just enough to see what looks to be a goblin sitting on a chair next to a second arrow slit, dozing. And we will leave off there for the week.
Fantastic.
Rest in pieces, Gorks.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you for the game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
thanks,
great.
Oh yeah.
Appreciate ya.
Always a blast.
It was very fun.